Hey guys, and welcome back to Fringe Friday. I am Carmen, and today we are going to watch season 3, episode 9, I think. Pretty sure. If not, you'll see the actual episode in the title, but I'm pretty sure it's episode 9. And we are finally, for the first time in this season, really, going to get to see Peter and Olivia interacting again. Olivia is back in our world where she truly belongs, and I could not be more thrilled about it. I'm also a little bit stressed. As always, these intros are pretty standard across the board. I'm worried about how Peter is going to react to everything that's happened to him. I'm worried about what his interactions with Olivia are going to look like now, because inevitably they will be changed by his experience with Olivia. I'm curious how Olivia is going to adapt, and if Peter's going to tell her what happened with Olivia. I imagine that he will. How he's going to broach the subject, how the show is going to broach the subject, all of that I'm very interested in. I also am interested in seeing Peter and Olivia on a case again. It's been forever. Truly what I desire is a Monster of the Week episode. I don't know if they're going to give that to me, but let's find out.
Excuse me. Sorry. So sorry.
Did he stab him with poison? Poison umbrella. Dead? Oh. He's gonna experiment on him. Okay, he already has been. Did he take out his organs? Does he not have any organs? This is giving Dexter, but not in a good way.
There's no other way.
What is... I mean, obviously I wouldn't be able to know right now, but what the hell is his purpose? What the fuck is he doing? I assume that guy's gonna die.
Call this in.
Yeah. Maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's a zombie. His heart's gone. That's an organ.
In here! Don't let me die.
What the fuck? How did he wake up? Why is he the most determined freaking organ transplant person ever? Maybe he's selling it on the black market.
Science division is analyzing the remaining pieces now.
I'd like to see the results.
Of course, once you're back. You're officially on leave until further notice.
I mean,
Saying you've experienced a trauma is an understatement. You need to process what you've endured over the past 2 months.
I know.
You're so right, Brooks.
I'm not going to deny that the last few months haven't taken their toll. But I made a promise to a friend over there. And I swore that I would do everything that I can to heal both worlds. I need to go back to work.
I love her.
This friend you're talking about, what was he like?
He wasn't that unlike you. He was honorable, committed. He feared for his family, for their future.
So he had children?
A son and a daughter. And he was very close to his wife.
They were still married?
Yes.
Poor Broyles. How weird would it be to learn of an alternate version of yourself, you know?
It's in the closet. Ah, wait.
Olivia's gonna be there.
You understand better than
Just
most
FYI.
the
pain alike can inflict.
Yes, I do. Which is why, even though I expect it's going to fundamentally change how she feels about me, I am going to tell Olivia everything.
You're a good man, Peter.
Yeah, he is.
She knows that.
That's your son? Sorry. Broyles is with her. Yeah, she's here.
Look who's here. Oh, it's good to see you out and about, Peter. Peter, look, it's Olivia.
Shouldn't you be resting?
He thought he had more time.
Then after they discovered him in that condition, the victim regained consciousness and spoke, and then died 3 minutes later.
Okay, so he did die.
Lady Fortuna has smiled upon us.
She missed him.
Scar tissue.
Yeah. He's had heart surgery before.
Maybe that guy was taking it back.
His medicine cabinet rivals some pharmacy's got everything in there. Steroids, immunosuppressants, antifungals, antibiotics.
Who's the prescribing physician?
Dr. Alexandra Ross.
You two go talk to this Dr. Ross.
Dr. Ross is still in surgery.
Okay, then we'll wait. Well, you know, when you go on vacation and you come back and some things are a revelation. Like coffee or my favorite shoes. And then other things are just...
Different.
My mail was opened. It's kind of disconcerting knowing that somebody else has been living your life.
Mm-hmm.
You okay?
He doesn't want to tell you what happened.
There's something that I have to talk to you about. About her.
He's not going to do it right now. I know he's not, but I'm still stressed about it.
I noticed changes. Small changes, but they were definitely there. She's much quicker with a smile. And less, I don't know, less intense, maybe. She said that when she...
Don't say it in a way that makes it seem like a condemnation of Olivia.
There was no way for you to know. Everything happened so fast, I couldn't even tell you how they did it. No, it's okay. I'm here now.
Okay, but he wasn't done. There was more he had to say.
When you asked me to come back to this world with you, you said...
That you belonged with me.
Yeah.
And so I came back for you. For us.
Okay, is he telling her right now?
And we started seeing each other.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I wasn't expecting it. I thought the doctor
I
was...
explained away the differences because our relationship was different. I thought she was you, Olivia.
Does everyone know?
I reported everything when I found out who she was.
Aww.
Olivia, I'm sorry.
You know, she had a really full life, really sweet boyfriend. If you hadn't been out of town, then who knows what could happen. She had friends, people who loved her, people who risked their lives to help her. They all believed that I was her. So, you know, I can understand how that...
Mr. Bishop, Dr. Ross is out of surgery.
Could you give us a second, please?
Peter, it's fine.
Oh, it's not. She's lying, though. She's, putting up a wall because she's hurt.
You had a heart transplant?
Yes, he wanted a second chance. We gave him one. Or at least, I thought we did.
Who was his heart? Whose heart did he get? Because I feel like this guy could be, taking it back to put in that person. Oh. Maybe not. Maybe he's just trying to save whoever this is. And so he's, Frankensteining it. Maybe that's his daughter.
I'm leaving. Peter's giving you a ride home. Did she hear any...
Does she have a date or something? Or is she just leaving? Oh,
Evening,
okay.
everyone.
We're not going to find out. I thought we were going to, follow her.
I want you to smell something. Tell me what you deduce.
Okay, what am I smelling?
Him. Notice anything?
He doesn't stink.
I'm not vomiting.
Precisely. By now, it should be emitting the unmistakable odor of putrefaction. This corpse's decomposition has slowed to almost zero.
So what's arresting the decay?
That's a good question.
whatever the drug was, right?
Why bother to slow down his death? They already stole his heart.
If the AMTs had got him on a hard lung machine in time, he might have survived. It's highly unlikely, of course, but I'm betting it helps our organ thief sleep well at night.
Well, at least somebody is.
You haven't told Olivia, have you?
He did.
Nope, actually I did.
How did she react?
Surprisingly well.
No. She's hiding it.
Do you think possibly they replaced her with a robot?
No. She's just putting her walls back up that she's always had there. Oh, yeah. They got laser tattoo removal for that, hun. Don't worry. She wants to throw away all her clothes because they're not hers anymore. Yeah, I would do that too. I would throw away the sheets too, or the covers. Oh no, Peter's clothes. Peter's clothes. I want to hug her.
Peter told me what happened, you know, that he was seeing her. You know, I get it. But you saw them together. What was he like with her? He didn't seem different. I mean, happier.
That breaks my heart.
Okay, we should go. Broyles wouldn't have called us in if he didn't have something.
Olivia, he thought that she was you.
Yeah, I understand. It's fine.
It's not fine. Whatever feelings that Peter had, they were not about her. They were about you. And they were real.
Yeah.
They still are.
You're not the consolation prize. Okay? You're the fucking Olympic medal, you know? Like, come on. Gold medal.
Any of those organs transplants?
They all were. And not only that, they're all from the same donor.
See? He is taking the organ back. I was right.
Think maybe her corneas were donated too?
There's no photos of them being stolen.
So there's another,
Put me through to the Rosendale Eye Bank.
possible victim.
Need to speak with your executive director immediately. Yes, it's urgent. Immediately means urgent.
Everyone's like these fucking idiots. Oh god. No, I'm sorry guys, I cannot watch that. No, I can't with the eyes. I can't with the eyes.
These don't belong to you.
I mean, the thing with organ donation is, like, you're helping somebody else when you don't have a use for it anymore because you're, you know, passed away.
Over here.
Is that person wandering around without their eyes? I'm gonna guess that it's the poor person whose eyes are gone. Yep.
Help me.
Yep.
We're on the precipice of understanding this.
More you than we.
I have a working hypothesis, Astrid. I need you to get me something. I need the organ donor.
Amanda Walsh.
Yes. I need her body.
Well, you're not gonna get it, I don't think.
He needs you to speak to Mrs. Walsh.
Okay, what's he need?
You to exhume her body?
Mrs. Walsh, we'd like to ask your permission to exhume your daughter's body.
You can't.
I
She's
know
probably-
that's an awful thing to ask.
No, it's not possible.
Cremated, right?
Walter?
Well, once all the organs are gone, why would you have a body? But there is a body.
Oh, Walter,
Oh my
come on.
God.
That's a person.
No, not at all. I suspect it's some kind of hardwood, cherry.
Okay. I mean, I know that it wasn't her body, but still.
We need to keep your body strong, don't we?
Who the hell is this guy? He's very weird. I mean, obviously all of this is weird anyway, but like, why is he dressing her like that? This is one of the most disturbing things that I've ever seen in my life. Like, this guy is real effed up.
Age 36, majored in biology, has an anger management problem. Arrested twice for battery.
No, whoever's doing this isn't driven by anger. Amanda was also in a cognitive behavioral group that focused on ways to cope with depression.
I think that someone who was working that hard at being okay would get some sort of payoff.
Well, it doesn't always work like that.
Says here that he is socially and sexually incompetent.
No, it doesn't fit the profile.
29, that guy's older than that.
All right, I appreciate that profiling is one of your specialties, but you could at least listen to what I have to say before you just dismiss it out of hand.
Well, he's not the guy we're looking for.
So what am I missing?
Profiling is not just about checking off the facts. You have to weigh them. You gotta feel it in your gut.
So what don't you
He
feel?
doesn't love her. Whoever's out there fighting to give Amanda back her life, even though she chose to end it, loves her. I'm sorry.
Don't they? Let's just move on.
I think y'all should actually have an in-depth conversation, not just move on.
Roland David Barrett. Worked in animal research, but it's not him. He dropped out of the group last spring.
When last spring?
Last session was April 10th. The day that Amanda committed suicide.
Yep.
You could actually do it.
What?
Reanimation.
If he can, I don't think that she's gonna be the same person, you know? Like, with these kinds of things, it always comes at a price. Usually, like, a soul or whatever exists within us to make us who we are, you know? Okay. Is it gonna be her? Is she gonna understand what's going on?
Man, that's me. It's me, Roland. You made a terrible mistake, but it's okay now. You're back. Me, remember?
It's not her, right? Like, she's alive, but not alive. Also, this guy is creepy as hell, though, because, like, what was that puppet shit? Like, that was just weird. Like, I can understand you care about her, you want to bring her back. Why make her a fucking marionette? Where you control the strings to watch her dance? Like, that's weird. This is Oliver Queen's house. Sorry.
I was trying to correct a wrong.
Well, it's not right to kill a bunch of other people.
I just wanted her to have another chance. Her eyes. When I looked into her eyes, it wasn't Amanda.
You know what I need after a day like today?
Tequila?
And you're gonna
Strawberry
tell me
milkshake
I can do
with
that.
extra whipped cream.
Sounds good. TBH. Oh gosh, okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
You okay?
She pulled away. She needs time. You know? Like, obviously, she's gonna be upset.
What is it?
Your clothes were in her dryer.
You know what Barrett said?
He looked into her eyes and he knew it wasn't her.
He said that he looked into her eyes and he knew that it wasn't her.
It's not the same situation.
I understand the facts, and I guess to expect you to have seen past that is perhaps asking a little bit too much. When I was over there, I thought about you, and you were just a figment of my imagination.
You wanted...
I held on to you, and it wasn't reasonable and it wasn't logical, but I did it, so...
Why couldn't he do that for you?
Why didn't you? She wasn't me. How could you not see that? Now she's everywhere. She's in my house, my job, my bed, and I don't want to wear my clothes anymore, and I don't want to live in my apartment, and I don't want to be with you. She's taken everything.
She doesn't want to be a consolation prize. But she's not. I fully understand how she feels. It just breaks my heart because there's the observer, right? Peter loves her, you know?
I have arrived. I am looking at him as we speak. He is still alive.
Okay. What do you want, observer? Like, and which one of them were you talking about? First off, either one. Like, yeah, of course they better still be alive. Okay, so there's a lot that I want to talk about in this episode. I want to focus on Olivia first because I think this episode was very much about her dealing with her trauma, and props to Broyles for just calling it what it was and telling her that she needs time to heal from it. I do agree that she does need time to heal, but I think that Olivia is right, and that I was gonna say the best way for her to heal is to keep doing her job, but I don't know. I think if she needs to, she should take some time. If that's going to help her, if that's going to be beneficial for her, then she should take some time off. Maybe go somewhere with Rachel and Ella, and emotionally try to figure stuff out. This episode was such a good character study of her. Anna Torv, as always, incredible. I really just wanted to give her a hug so many times throughout the episode. And I think that so much of the episode really focused on Olivia and who she is. And I loved it. And it made me so sad at the same time. Sorry, I know I'm talking in generalities, right? Like I'm being very broad about it when I want to be specific, but I'm trying to make my thoughts go like that. So, I think that Olivia had her walls up again in this episode, right? Especially after what Peter told her. I think that Peter telling her that he had a relationship with Olivia, the nuances of which I will talk about in regards to Peter later, but from Olivia's point of view, right? I think that like caused all of the other bricks to crumble, and like it just made her break down, right? She just saw that this person came into her life, and logically, like she said, you know, everybody there thought that she was her. So logically, I think rationally, she knows that most people are going to think that Olivia was her, right? Like logically, rationally, like of course that's what you would think. But emotion isn't logical. It's not always rational. And she emotionally is devastated by this. And I think that that's completely understandable, because if you just think about it, right? Put yourself in her shoes. You would want the person that you love, right? Peter, to just know that that wasn't you. You know, you would, like, against all logic and rationale, you would want them to just know, like, in their soul somehow, that that wasn't you, right? And so I can't blame her for that. And I can't be upset at her for being upset that she felt like, you know, like she said, like, she was holding on to Peter in the other world. Like, Figment Peter, that piece of her brain and her heart, is what kept her going. And it's a different situation, so it's like apples and oranges, right? But I think that it's not crazy, it's not unreasonable that she would want Peter to just go against logic and rationale and emotionally know it wasn't her, you know? And I think that part of it is that for Peter, it's what he wanted, you know? And it's frustrating, because I also think that the things that he used as examples of how she was different, like, oh, she was more easy to smile, she was more unburdened, and yes, but she also, like Olivia said, had a good life, you know? Like, yes, her sister had died, but overall, like, she had a much less traumatic life. She didn't, at least as far as we know, have a shitty, abusive stepfather. You know, she didn't have the Cortexiphan trials run on her as a child. She didn't have all of these childhood traumas and trust issues that our Olivia has. And I thought it was interesting when they were going over the, so of course she's going to be less burdened. Like, she had less burdens placed upon her. And when they're going through the files and Peter makes the comment of, I can't remember exactly what he said, but essentially, like, well, if somebody is going through all this trouble of all this therapy and everything, like, shouldn't they just be happy? Or it wasn't quite like that, but it was something equally dismissive, I think, of the role that trauma plays in people's lives and how difficult it can be to crawl out of a situation like that. And Olivia took it as an affront, you know, like a dig, which I don't think it was intended as, but especially given what he had said earlier about the other Olivia, faux Olivia, I think that hurt her, because she's not quick to laugh or what. Like, I think that she is. I feel like she's, given her situation and, like, her life, like, I feel like she's relatively, like, open and trusting, and she smiles and laughs. Like, we don't get it all of the time, but I mean, her life is very stressful most of the time. But I like that Olivia is, I don't like that she, like, took that personally, but I totally relate and understand. But I liked that she kind of pointed out that it's not that easy, because I think a lot of people have an incorrect assumption about therapy and a truck with really loud music went by. I think a lot of people have an incorrect assumption about therapy and, like, working on yourself and healing, and not obviously, since it's not obvious. I can't talk. My point is, it's not as linear as that, right? Like, childhood trauma and trauma in general affects, like I was talking about in episode 4, it literally changes the way that your brain processes information. It changes the way that you think about things. Like, it fundamentally shifts who you are as a person, not just emotionally, but physically, like biologically. Like, it affects you. And so to expect somebody to, like, just get better and have, like, a linear path of, like, I wasn't good and now I am good and there's never going to be any deviations from that, is a little bit of a naive assumption, I will say. And I'm glad that the show is depicting the way that Olivia feels in this. And, like, you know, when she found Peter's clothes and she's looking at her clothes, which no longer feel like her clothes, and living in her apartment, which no longer feels like hers because it was taken from her. Like, someone else pretended to be her and fooled the people in her life who she loves. And, like, obviously we can't really fathom, like, how that would feel, because, like, that would not happen. But I imagine that it would feel really, really bad. Like, I can't say how I would feel if a fake version of me took my place, and, like, my fiance and my parents and my cats and my friends, like, had no idea that I was different. You know, like, that would break my heart. It would break your heart, because how could it not? You know? And, like, it breaks my heart for her, because she's struggling so much, because it's just such a shitty situation that she's been placed in, and it just breaks my heart for her. Like, how could she not feel like everything was taken from her and nothing in her life is hers anymore? Like, of course that's how she would feel. Like, it makes sense. But something, and we're gonna talk about Peter now, something that I wish was being acknowledged in the show and being shown is the fact that Peter is a victim in this as well. Like, he was assaulted. And I know that, like, she's so wrapped up in her own pain and trauma that she can't really see outside of that right now. But I kind of wish that it was that aspect of it was being acknowledged, you know? Like, it seems to me that people are kind of just like, yeah, she fooled us, like, you know, tough luck, you know, sorry bud, kind of. And, like, they are saying, like, oh, she tricked you, like, that sucks, like, she tricked all of us. But I've talked about it before. I've talked about my opinion on it. I just wish the show would depict the truth of what happened, because Peter is a victim as well. And I feel like his trauma is being ignored, and it's being, like, brushed over, and it's not being acknowledged, and we're not seeing the aftermath of it. We're not seeing him deal with it. And, like, as much as it breaks my heart to see Olivia going through this, I also want to see Peter going through it, because as much as that would also break my heart, he should be traumatized too, you know? I don't know. Just my opinion. Also, can I just say that they tried to give that guy, like, noble intentions, like, for bringing her back, but I feel like we should have talked more about, like Like, Olivia asked, what was your relationship with her? Like, yeah, what was your relationship with this teenager? Because she was a teenager. You were very much, very far past teenager. And he was creepy, okay? Like, what was the fucking dancing thing? Like, what purpose did that serve? Like, what? Excuse me. Except for being creepy as hell, like, what was that? It's not like he tried to wake her up and then he's like, oh, look, remember dancing? You loved it. Like, trying to remind her of who she is. Like, he put her on strings, essentially, and, like, played with her like a puppet master. Like, that was just weird. That was weird. Like, what? That's weird. Obviously, this guy was, there was something not quite normal about him, I'll say. I'm not really sure what, but, like, he also thought it was a good idea to go and take her organs and put them back in her and try to reanimate her. And, like, kill a lot of people in the process. So, clearly not well. But, I don't know. Just concerned. Weirded out. Another few small things I liked throughout the episode. Olivia and Broyles' conversation, where she referred to Broyles, other Broyles, as a friend. And Broyles found out about his, you know, could-be life, kind of, right? And I liked it, but it made me sad as well, because Broyles' other version of himself was still married with his kids, all of that. And also just sad because he died, and that's, you know, I can't talk about it anymore, but I feel bad for his wife and his son. Sorry, no, it's making me sad. Okay. I also really liked Astrid and Olivia's little conversation where she tried to tell Olivia, you know, like, you're not the consolation prize. Like, he loves you. Like, he cares about you, like, not her. The last thing that I want to talk about is what the fuck was the observer doing? Like, I mean, observing, obviously, that's what he does. But he said, I'm looking at him now. He's still alive. 1, is he talking about Walter or Peter? 2, who are you talking to? 3, why is that even a question? 4, whenever the observer shows up, shit, like, goes crazy. And this entire season, shit has been crazy. So, like, I'm not ready for it to go crazy more again, you know, like, we just got back. So, well, you guys, I did not get my Monster of the Week episode, but there's always next week where maybe they will take it a little bit easy on me emotionally, but I doubt it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you want, you can like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already. You can also watch the next episode right now over on Patreon, which is linked in the description down below, as well as my entire full-length reaction to this episode and every episode thus far of Fringe. That is on Patreon as well, which is, again, in the description down below. Yeah. I need to take a minute. Let's take a minute together and just breathe, okay? Oh, sorry. In. Out. Sorry. I'm really bad at that, you know, maybe just do it on your own. That's it. Until next time. Bye, guys.